Raytheon and Rheinmetall Defense have joined forces to meet the U.S. Army's requirement for the Next Generation Combat Vehicle, NGCV, Optionally Manned Fighting Vehicle, OMFV, program. The global industry team will offer the new Lynx Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV, paired with Raytheon weapons, sensors and system integration expertise to provide the Army with an advanced, modular, survivable and lethal solution with unmatched growth potential. Scheduled for fielding in 2026, the Next Generation Combat Vehicle will be optimized for urban combat and rural terrain. The Army has named the NGCV as a top modernization priority supported under the service's new Futures Command structure. We fully understand the Army's need to quickly modernize its aging family of combat vehicles. Our team offers a fresh, innovative approach, not business as usual, said Dr. Taylor W. Lawrence, Raytheon Missile Systems president. Raytheon will equip the new Lynx with the world's most advanced technology to deliver a modern fighting vehicle that will keep. Raytheon technology earmarked for the Lynx could include advanced variants of Raytheon weapons, next-generation thermal sights, the Coyote Unmanned Aircraft System, UAS, and the company's Active Protection System, APS. Like those systems, the vehicle will be made in America. Rheinmetall unveiled the latest version of the Lynx Infantry Fighting Vehicle earlier this year. The new, tracked, armored vehicle is designed to address the critical challenges of the future battlefield, with a focus on growth capacity and lower life cycle costs. The Lynx IFV will provide the Army a next-generation lethal, powerful, life-saving and adaptable fighting vehicle that represents true leap-ahead capability compared to legacy vehicles. The Lynx can also be adapted to enable optional manning features, such as remote operation of the vehicle and lance turret. Rheinmetall and Raytheon have worked together successfully for many years on numerous programs, said Ben Hudson, global head of Rheinmetall's Vehicle Systems division. We are once again combining the best of German and American engineering to provide the U.S. Army with a step change in capability, giving soldiers the overmatch advantage they expect and deserve. Production of the Lynx in the U.S. will enable additional development and sustainment of the world-class American defense industrial base. Raytheon and Rheinmetall Defense have established a joint venture to offer the Lynx Infantry Fighting Vehicle for the U.S. Army's Optionally Manned Fighting Vehicle, or OMFV, competition. The U.S.-based joint venture is called Raytheon Rheinmetall Land Systems LLC. Scheduled for fielding in 2026. The OMFV is expected to replace the Bradley fighting vehicle. The new vehicle will be optimized for urban combat and rural terrain. The Army has named the OMFV as a top modernization priority supported under the service's Futures Command structure. This advanced combat vehicle will be made in America, said Sam Denick, Raytheon Land Warfare Systems Vice President. Our team will produce and deliver a fighting vehicle to the U.S. Army that protects our troops and gives them an overwhelming advantage on the battlefield. Raytheon and Rheinmetall joined forces in 2018 to offer Lynx for the Army's OMFV competition. Lynx is a next-generation, tracked armored fighting vehicle designed to address the critical challenges of the future battlefield. Lynx provides ample growth capacity to support new technologies over the vehicle's lifetime. Lynx will be built in America by American workers, said Ben Hudson, global head of Rheinmetall's Vehicle Systems division. By choosing Lynx, the Army has an extraordinary opportunity to provide U.S. troops with a fighting vehicle that will enable them to outmatch the threat for decades to come. Raytheon technology earmarked for the Lynx includes the company's advanced weapons, like the TOW missile, Active Protection System, APS, third-generation sights, Coyote Unmanned Aircraft System as well as cyber protection. Raytheon and Rheinmetall Defense are partnering with Pratt & Amp. Miller Defense for the U.S. Army's Optionally Manned Fighting Vehicle, OMFV, competition. The Detroit-based company will provide engineering analysis to help ensure the Lynx Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV, meets or exceeds the Army's survivability requirements for OMFV. Pratt & Amp. Miller brings extraordinary engineering experience and expertise to the team to make sure Lynx can withstand the battlefield's harsh conditions, said Brad Barnard, Raytheon OMFV director. Our troops deserve the safest and most advanced combat vehicle posse. In 2018, Raytheon and Rheinmetall joined forces to offer Lynx for the Army's OMFV competition. Lynx is a next-generation, tracked armored fighting vehicle designed to address the critical challenges of the future battlefield. The team is providing an overmatch advantage for soldiers, growth capacity to support new technologies over the vehicle's lifetime, and lower life cycle costs. Lynx will be manufactured in the U.S. by American workers. Raytheon and Rheinmetall are assembling a U.S. supply chain for Lynx, said Matt Warnick, American Rheinmetall Vehicles Managing Director. Partnering with Pratt & Amp, Miller brings us one step closer to building Lynx in the USA. Raytheon technology earmarked for the Lynx includes the company's advanced weapons, active protection system, next-generation thermal sights, the Coyote unmanned aircraft system, UAS, and more. Pratt & Amp. Miller will help confirm that Lynx is ready for the fight. Pratt & Amp. Miller is proud to join the Lynx team and support the survivability analysis, ensuring the best technologies for unparalleled protection for our warfighters, said Selin Evans, Pratt & Amp. Miller Defense Director. Scheduled for fielding in 2026, the OMFV is expected to replace the Bradley Fighting Vehicle, BFV, Raytheon Rheinmetall Land Systems, a joint venture of Raytheon Company and Rheinmetall Defense, has selected Textron Systems as the U.S. chassis manufacturer for the Lynx Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV. The team of industry leaders is offering Lynx to meet the U.S. Army's requirement for an optionally manned fighting vehicle, OMFV. Building Lynx in America will support U.S. manufacturing jobs and revitalize the nation's defense industrial base, said Sam Denick, Raytheon Land Warfare Systems Vice President. Textron Systems is an experienced manufacturer central to our strategy of leveraging. Textron Systems brings unique capabilities in hull fabrication, rolling chassis assembly, integration and testing to the OMFV program. The company will support final integration during the development and prototyping phase of the program. In parallel, Textron Systems will prepare to build the Lynx chassis during future production phases. Textron Systems intends to perform the work at its Slidell, Louisiana, manufacturing facility. When we say Lynx will be built in America, we mean it, said Ben Hudson, global head of Rheinmetall's Vehicle Systems Division. Together with Textron Systems, we, the U.S. Army's OMFV, scheduled for fielding in 2026, is expected to replace the legacy Bradley fighting vehicle. Textron Systems brings a decades-long heritage of supporting the U.S. Department of Defense and its allies with highly reliable and capable combat vehicles to enhance mission outcomes, said Lisa Atherton, President and CEO of Textron Systems. We are proud to be a part of the Lynx team and stand ready to support our teammates and our customer. Lynx is a true next-generation, tracked armored fighting vehicle designed to address the critical challenges of the future battlefield. Lynx provides an overmatch advantage for soldiers, growth capacity to support new technologies over the vehicle's lifetime, and lower life cycle costs. Raytheon technology offered for inclusion on Lynx for the U.S. Army includes the company's advanced weapons, active protection system, next-generation thermal sights, the Coyote registered trademark unmanned aircraft system, as well as cyber protection. The U.S. Army canceled the solicitation for the Section 804 Middle Tier Acquisition, MTA, rapid prototyping phase of the Optionally Manned Fighting Vehicle, OMFV, on January 16. Based on feedback and proposals received from industry, the Army has determined it is necessary to revisit the requirements, acquisition strategy and schedule before moving forward, said a service statement. We remain committed to the OMFV program as it is our second highest modernization priority, and the need for this ground combat vehicle capability is real. It is imperative we get it right for our soldiers, said Dr. Bruce Jett, Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics and Technology. Since its inception, the OMFV program has represented an innovative approach to Army acquisition by focusing on delivering an essentially new capability to armored brigade combat teams under a significantly reduced timeline compared to traditional acquisition efforts. The Army asked for a great deal of capability on a very aggressive schedule, said Jett. Despite an unprecedented number of industry days and engagements, to include a draft request for proposal over the course of nearly 2 years, all of which allowed industry to help shape this competition. It is clear a combination of requirements and schedule overwhelmed industry's ability to respond within the Army's timeline. The most prudent means of ensuring long-term programmatic success is to get this multi-billion-dollar effort correct.